Hi there, Tom from Wheeler Automotive again. Today showing you our 2007 BMW 520d M Sport. It's done, as it sits here right now, just under 104,000 miles. That will go up because when I've done this video I will take it for a major service. It does need one, so it'll have oil and filter, fuel filter, cabin filter and air filters, so it will be all serviced up, ready for sale. We took this car in part exchange and overall it looks great. As you can see, there are a few marks on it which I'll go through now, but on the whole, you know, it looks nice. It sits well, it drives really well. I've been driving it for about the last 4 weeks, and yeah, the heated seats are great, so that's generally why I've been driving it. But yeah, let me show you the bodywork. So we do have a bit of a scuff on this near side front corner, which has dented this wing a little bit, and you can only really see it when it's super clean like this, because it's not really damaged that much. You can't really generally see it most of the time. The rest of the front bumper is pretty clean. There's a very small little scuff here, but that's it really. Otherwise, it's got front and rear sensors, as you can see there. It's got auto lights. It does have a fault with the angel eyes on both sides, don't currently work. My mechanic is going to have a look at that when I drop it off later on. Offside front corner, again there's the slightest of scuffs here, which I reckon I can buff out. And you can see here, I don't think that's really damaged much. That's gone through the paint, but the rest of it I don't think it has. Otherwise that wing's pretty nice. Wheels, just looking for any curbings. There's a couple of little curb marks on that. There's a bit of corrosion, as you would kind of expect for a, what is it, 14-year-old BMW. This tyre, it's got loads of tread. I think that's probably nearly new. Little lip on the disc, nothing too serious. Pads are probably about half worn, so front brakes look alright. Windscreen's nice and clear, doesn't have any chips or cracks in it. Wipers work well. Wing mirrors, not hit anything. This door's pretty good. There's a car park door ding here. Otherwise, nice and straight. As is the offside rear door, to be honest. There's another little car park door ding there. That's about it, to be honest. All the glass is nice and clear, as is the rear windscreen. We'll show you that in a sec. Offside rear wheel. This one's probably in the worst nick out the lot. You can see it's quite curbed pretty much all the way around it, and again it's got that usual corrosion in the middle. Rear disc doesn't really have a lip, so they can't be that old, and the pads look like they've got a lot on them. This rear tyre is about 3 millimeters away from the wear indicator. It's a Goodyear there. Both the rears match, they're both Goodyears, have the same amount of life in them. Onto the rear. The lights are nice and clean. The rears work all as they should. The rear bumper does have a few scrapes, so this has been touched in, not by us, but by someone else. So it's obviously had a bit of a scrape there that they've touched in. Otherwise it's not too bad. There's the usual kind of wear you get on the top of a bumper where stuff goes in and out of the boot. The boot itself, nice and clean, no weird smells, no stains. Actually surprisingly large as well, goes back a long way. Got the locking wheel nut key in there. The boot lid has been keyed by someone not very pleasant, so there is a key mark on the boot, which again doesn't really stand out too much, so we're not going to address that. We're just going to leave it as it is and sell it like that. Rear bumper on this near side, just looking for any marks, can't really see anything, it's all pretty straight, as is this rear quarter. There's a couple of, most of that's actually wax, but there's a little scrape there, and that's been touched in previously, a little mark there, and there's a tiny little ding here. Otherwise that's all nice and straight really. This wheel I think it's probably the cleanest out of the lot. It's got the same tyre as the other side with the same amount of life in it. Discs are the same, as are the pads. So yeah, this one's quite presentable. Again, there is still marks on it, but probably the best out of the lot. This rear door, nothing major to report really. Little ding there, a couple of little scratches which again look like they've been touched in at some point. The front passenger door does have, and I might be able to show you here, it's something, someone's hit it with a door fairly firmly, because it has sort of rippled it very slightly there. I think you can probably see the distortion in the video there. So it's ever so slight, but it is there. And then we're back round to this front wing. Little scrape here, very minor. And then we've already shown you that there. This wheel, disc same as the other side. Yeah, I think both the front tyres must have been put on at the same time, because that's almost new as well. Pads, loads of meat on them, and that wheel, not bad, not as bad as some of the others. So yeah, there is also probably the same lovely person that did it on the boot has keyed in "he" on the bonnet there, which well, as you can see now, you can't really see it at all, but yeah, again, it is there, which is a shame, but there we are. So on the whole, it's got its flaws, but it is a really nice car, and I think looks really nice, and where it counts, i.e. mechanically, it's absolutely superb. I'll go and show you inside when I start it up. So, get my hand out of the way. So inside it's actually very clean, almost immaculate. Ignore that mat, that's what I put in when I clean cars so that I don't get them dirty again. But this door card is really clean, and this is probably the dirtiest out of the lot, because obviously the driver's side always takes the worst wear. But that's all nice and tidy, everything works, all those switches work. The driver's seat, M Sport seat, so it's got these bigger bolsters, and it has this adjustable portion here. It is kind of half electric, so the back and it will go up and down are electric, and then the forward and back are manual. These are heated, the front ones, and yeah, the bolster, there's a bit of wear, but nothing's, you know, it's true to its mileage, I would say. The same with the wear on the steering wheel. It's barely worn at all for a car that's done, you know, what, 104,000 miles. It's very clean. We get in. So we've got this aluminium trim. We've got the upturned pie dish there to control the Pro Nav, which is quite nice. Let's start it up. And then there. So we'll see it does show that it's due a service, because we are going to do that. And that is complaining about the that's complaining about the angel eyes that I said earlier on aren't working at the moment. We're going to have a look into them because all the other lights work perfectly, so yeah, I'm not quite sure what's wrong with them at the minute. But yeah, as I said, we've got the auto lights, multifunction M Sport steering wheel, which is really nice, the heated seats, which are very powerful actually. Turn the fan down a bit. So it does have aircon, which works, does blow cold, not that you would at the minute, and you can set the temperature and stick it on auto and it will do that for you. Up here we've got a working nav, which is as you can see there, we can go, let's go to map, which are working fine. It also has Bluetooth, which works well. So you can see at the bottom there, just here, it's hooked up to my phone. Signal's not great, but it is hooked up to it at the moment. So that works well. We've got the other climate stuff and entertainment, which is basically an AM FM radio, CD player. You can't stream music over Bluetooth in it. The mats are a bit stained, so I've ordered some new mats, front and rear. And the rest of the interior, I will say, is immaculate. This seat's got basically no wear on it, and I'm not sure anyone's really sat in the back because those seats are in really good shape. We'll show you under the bonnet. So it runs really well. It doesn't use any oil, it doesn't use any water. It starts first time every time. I think I said, been driving it for about a month through that really cold spell, and it fired up straight away. So yeah, all in all, really nice car for it's a lot of car for £4,000.